This is GuitMo number 4. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm not going to be teaching a song, but I got a request to learn some chords. So, what I'm going to do is just teach a few different types of chords. So we're going to start off with open chords. Open chords are chords that are in a fixed position on the fretboard. So this thing here with the dots, this is called the fretboard. So this thing underneath the strings, if you hadn't figured that out yet. This is called the fretboard. And open chords have fixed positions on the fretboard. I'm not sure exactly why they're called open chords if they have a fixed position, but they are. So I'm going to start off in the order I learned them. The first one is going to be E. So E is going to look like this. You're going to have your first let me show you how we're going to do these. This is your hand, obviously, and this is how it's going to go with the numbering on your fingers. This is your first finger. Your index finger is your first finger. Your middle finger is your second finger. Your ring finger is your third finger, and your pinky is your fourth finger. Your fifth finger, your thumb, does not usually get used to fret strings, but you can use it if you're doing some types of chords. You can use it to mute the low E string. So this doesn't, we're not actually going to refer to this as a finger, but it would be finger 5. So this is finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, finger 4. Okay? E. This is an E major chord. It's an open chord. Your second finger is going to be on your A string on the 2nd fret. Your third finger is going to be on the D string on the 2nd fret, and your first finger is going to be on the G string at the 1st fret. So it's going to look like that. I'll see if I can get that a little closer. That's what it's going to look like. Okay? And you're going to strum all the strings. That's what an E major chord sounds like. That's an open chord. Okay? Now, the next one you're going to learn is A. A is similar. Some people have a problem with A because you're squeezing all these fingers into such a tight space. No laughing, Sporn, because I know what you're thinking. So you're going to put your fourth finger on B on your 2nd fret. All these fingers are going to go on the 2nd fret. You're going to put your fourth finger on B, third finger on G, and your 2nd finger on B. And you're going to hit all this. You're going to hit only those strings, only A, D, G, and B. That's an A chord. A open chord, A major. Okay. So the next one you're going to learn is D. This is another one people have problems with because it's in such a tight amount of space. This is called the pincher. This is what they called it, was the pincher. You're going to put on your 2nd fret, again, a lot of these early ones revolve around the 2nd fret. You're going to put your 2nd finger on your high E, your first finger on your G here, and then your third finger is going to go on the B in between them, but on the 3rd fret. So it's going to look like that. That's the pinchers, and you're going to play, sounds like that. You're going to play everything except your low E string, so you're going to strum up. Okay, that's what that sounds like. So the last one you're going to learn in this episode is G. This is the one where you get to flip me off like this, or wherever the camera is, right there. You flip me off. You're going to put your middle finger on your 3rd fret on your low E string, your first finger on the 2nd fret on your A string, and then your last two fingers, 3 and 4, are going to go on your 3rd fret on B and high E. So that's going to sound like this. And as you can see the shape, it looks like you're flipping somebody off. Okay, so that's why we call the G chord flipping somebody off. So that's what that sounds like. Those are open chords. And open chords, you can put open chords together to make, stupid songs, funny songs, whatever. I mean, you could just put a couple random chords together. So yeah, just random chords going together can make some pretty nice sounding stuff. Next type of chord we're going to learn is a power chord. This is probably the one that you're most familiar with if you've only been watching the show and not taking any other lessons, because this is the one most of the songs I've been teaching use. So a power chord is also known as a fifth. If you don't add this your fourth finger in, you're just going to take a whole step apart. You're going to basically they're a whole step apart in distance here in terms of the fretboard, and then you're going to shift it over one string. This is a fifth, so you've got, you know, your 3 and your 5 here. As long as they're on two differing strings, so strings that don't have any other strings between them, and they're a whole step apart in distance, so you're like skipping your fret in the middle there. This is a fifth, and if you add the fourth finger to it, it becomes the power chord. So it's a power chord, and that's a fifth. You may not be able to hear the difference because this little high note is kind of hidden by the two bassier notes. But it'll sound a little flatter if you just do a fifth as opposed to a power chord. Right. So the step up from power chords basically is a bar chord, and this is one that beginners usually have a little more trouble with because you actually have to bar the all 6 strings with one finger. So if I can turn this way so you can kind of see, this is basically what you're doing. You're holding down all 6 of those strings with one finger. You're doing the same thing as a power chord in that you're taking your other 2 strings, your 2 higher strings, but then in a bar chord you're going to add one more note, and that's going to be with your second finger, your middle finger here, and that's going to be the note that's right underneath whatever your fourth finger is holding down. And it sounds pretty similar as opposed to, right? And a lot of people choose to bar all the strings anyway, even when they're doing power chords. I usually don't because I can hit this easier not barring at all. But some people choose to, and that's fine. It's just a matter of personal preference, basically. So yeah, that's all the types of different chords. Cool thing about power chords and bar chords, though, is that they can be used anywhere on the fretboard. So open chords have to be used in specific spots. That G, if you move that G up here, that sounds like junk. I don't even know what that is. But if you take this power chord and you move it up here, the power chord is just a shape, is all it is. So I can even move it over strings, and it all sounds, you know, they all sound good. They all sound decent. So those all sound, you know, they all sound decent. They're all usable. Okay, so that's the lesson on chords. Be back next time with picking techniques, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Picking techniques. See you next time.